What do you think is a skill you already have that you don't get to use often?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Juggling?
No, you're always a clown. Roast.
That was good.
Yeah.
Retired.
Yeah.
I mean, true.
Can we agree that we need to make bodybuilding great again? This is amazing.
Bodybuilding's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. But
I like it.
The issue, and a lot of people have been talking about, is everyone's like, oh, the like golden era of bodybuilding or whatever was like the
Arnold
70s, 80s, whatever it was.
Yeah.
And the look is very different. It's an evolved sport.
100%.
So people are trying to be like, let's make this generation of it great. You know,
is that a
like,
good thing?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Like, I think that there needs to be like, and they try to do it and stuff, but like there used to be like rivalries, and there used to be like no one knew what anyone looked like until they showed up, and there was like kind of like a mystique to that. Like all they saw was in the magazines and stuff. Now, okay, you can't really have that, but there should be some type of like, you know, I don't know, like make it more of like a sport that it used to be kind of thing.
So what would you say does that? Like what would be
I think classic physique division is doing it well, because for a while you had the C-Bum Breon rivalry where like they were friends, but it was like, you know, C-Bum beat Breon, and then for the next couple of years they were fighting for it kind of thing. And now with I don't know if his name's, I don't know what his first name and what his last name is.
Who?
Ramon Dino or Dino Ramon, the guy that came second.
Oh, okay.
It's one of the two order there.
Yeah.
Him and C-Bum probably will battle for the next few years. But like classic division is like the open division obviously is great, and it's like, it's the mass monsters, it's the freaks and stuff, but it's getting like, I don't know, it's going to be like, people won't agree, but it's getting a little boring.
Boring?
You don't really see any, like,
is that because of some of these other divisions?
People know the classic physique guys. It's like, yeah, people know the open guys, but I feel like no one's really doing anything. Like there's no open bodybuilder having a podcast like this.
No?
Like other than like Fuad, it's like retired guys.
Really?
But Big Rammy doesn't have a podcast.
I definitely assume there'd be like
what does
way
Big
more
Rammy do?
I don't know. I just figured there'd be way more of these guys. I don't know. Like C-Bum's a huge star, right?
Yeah, but C-Bum has like a big YouTube and stuff. He's a huge YouTube.
I guess he's making content through YouTube.
Left it up YouTube. Like with the
Isolate.
Yeah. I love that they used his lisp too.
I know. It's brilliant. Yeah. Do you think part of like making bodybuilding great again is literally all of these young kids that everyone makes fun of? Like they're actually important to.
Yes.
Like that's a good thing, right?
Yes.
All these tripod kids.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's part of this era.
Broccoli
it's because
hair.
they're growing up with the social media. Like that's what they know.
Like I think they get ripped on, but I think it's key that like everyone's trying to be C-Bum.
They get ripped on by millennials.
Right.
Because we're like, we know the social media and stuff, but we're like, hey, you got to work hard. Like we kind of like the old school.
We're the old men yelling at clouds.
Literally.
Yeah.
They're the clouds. But
the young kids. Yeah, no, that makes sense.
You know. So, but
build the wall.
Well, like just build some good gyms and make bodybuilding great again.
Yeah. I feel like it will.
A million,
especially
billion gyms.
Especially all of the, I don't know. I feel like from what I've seen, there is like a lot of like even the gym in Orangeville, right? Anytime it's like there's a lot of young kids in there that are like, I don't think they compete, but they clearly are like halfway into the sport.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. Actually,
So
I was talking
that's a good thing.
I was talking to my training partner, Mike.
Yeah.
He also is one of the owners of that gym. And he actually said something. He's like, because he's obviously in shape.
Mhm.
We're getting him ready for a show. And he said he felt bad sometimes like wearing a tank top because he
Why?
didn't want to intimidate anyone there.
Okay.
Because it's like, you know, it's the community there. People are fit, but there's not a lot of
It's an everyday
competitors and
person
stuff.
in the
Yeah.
gym. Yeah.
But then he's like, he had a change of mind and he was like, oh, well, what if like I'm actually inspiring someone?
100%.
And I was like, 100% you're inspiring the young guys here.
Yeah.
Right. Especially because like, they're like, oh, wow, like I can look good. I can own a gym. Like it's all inspiring.
And also like, that's also assuming that like you're intimidating people just from how you look, which in that case, like looks
Yeah.
matter, but also like if people are judging you just off how you look and that's a problem for you, then who cares? Like
well, initially I thought
he's a nice guy.
I
So
thought he
that's-
was a jerk.
But I mean, you got to know him. So it's
I know
like, do you know
now
what I
I'm
mean?
meaner than him.
Yeah. Yeah, you are.
I know.
But I mean, do you know what I mean though? Like if you look intimidating, but you're a decent human, then like who cares? Because people will get to know you and they'll be like, oh, this person
exactly.
like, you know, they're
And
well
really
put together, they're well built.
You really are. If you're like, say, keeping to yourself and you look great and you're training and stuff,
Yeah.
you really are going to be more than not motivating someone. You're only going to be
100%.
intimidating someone if you're actually a bully to them.
Well, I mean, people could
Right?
choose to let you intimidate them, right? Do you know what I mean?
I'm just saying,
Like
like
weaker-
most of the time,
Like that's a weak
most of the time, people are looking up to people. Oh,
Yeah, I
that's
think you're
really
right.
cool. Like they're not looking like, oh, she's intimidating. I don't like for them to like, oh, that's super cool. Like
Yeah.
that's what I find.
You can kind of
is
have
more.
both too,
Yeah.
right? Like your physique's intimidating. You've had a lot of people tell you that. So I feel like you could all, but they also look up to you. You could have both, right? You
Yeah.
could have people be like,
I don't
I
know
look
if
up to
anyone's
Sam a
ever
lot.
said I'm maybe like some of the young.
so I'm going to tell
guys
you right
there.
now, I have a lot of people tell me that about you.
Really?
Yeah. So, but I know that
hold on, I'm
those,
gonna retire this hat. But
I know
also,
a lot.
I share a birthday with Trump. In case anyone wants to know that. Fun fact.
You know it. I know it.
China.
Noah and I will work on that impression.
Yeah.
Okay. So you've been self-coached
Yes.
for your
Since-
entire career.
No,
No, you had a coach at the start.
I had 3 coaches at the start.
Oh, okay. And then, but you've recently been like,
Since
you take
2018,
pride in
since
being
2018.
self-coached,
Yes.
right? And you're trying to go pro this prep for June.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about that. You recently hired a coach, but then you had a realization around that.
Yeah.
Like, what was the deal with that?
So I was like inspired by you hiring a coach.
Okay.
I saw how positively it affected you. How not only your training, but your like life in general has improved. How he is helping you in basically all aspects. And here I am, like,
I mean,
You know-
he hasn't made me richer yet. So let's just hold
Well,
off on that.
I mean, he's made you richer in life,
Yeah.
which is like pretty good.
I'm just being a sassy salad.
Yeah,
Go
I know
ahead.
you are. Yeah, so I thought to myself, maybe the missing piece of this puzzle is I need help. Maybe
Mhm.
I have to admit that I need help, which is like I don't do, right? Because I like love to figure stuff out by myself.
Right.
Absolutely love it. And I was like, oh, maybe I need this is the missing piece. Maybe this is, what will take me to that next level.
Yep.
So there was a guy that I respected and, I thought we'd be a good match or whatever. And I talked to him and I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm going to step out of my comfort zone. I'm going to do this. So we had a chat. I hired him. He had sent me the diet and I don't know if it was that day or the next day. I like woke up and I had the feeling I have when I feel like something's not right for me.
Right.
And it's not just a feeling of like, oh yeah, like I'm just you know, it's just a little bit of anxiety. Like it'll
Yeah.
go away. It's the feeling I had when like I was stuck in a job I hated.
Yeah.
It's the feeling I had when, just that it's like, oh, this is a mistake for me. Like
Right.
it just feels wrong.
And then you would be committed to this.
Yeah, and I'd be committed, and maybe it would lead me to an experience that I'd
You
be
don't
like,
want.
I don't ever want to do this again.
Sure.
Maybe it would ruin it. Maybe it wouldn't. Maybe
Right.
it would be great.
Yeah.
But I can't shake that feeling.
And that's also not a
that's like-
reflection of the individual.
No, not
Right? This was-
not
it has
at
nothing to
all.
do with that.
Not at all.
They were great.
They were
But
great.
it's just about you
So
not wanting
I
to
had
hire.
a chat with him and decided to actually not go through with it. Of course, I compensated him for his time because you know he worked for
Of
me.
course.
But then I was talking to one of my clients, and she was like, "Yeah, Sam, like you don't need a coach." And I was like, "Oh, like explain." And she's like, "I hired you because I need you for the drive, the accountability, the." She's like, "You don't need that. Like you are driven, you have the motivation, you've been doing this for years." And it's true. Like I don't need someone to tell me to do my cardio. I don't need someone to tell me to not cheat on my diet. I don't need that. I have that. I need information. That's what I was looking for.
To graduate to the next level.
I need some information that I currently don't have
Uh-huh.
to take myself to that next step.
Yeah.
So she's like, which was funny too, because I was going to go to this women's bodybuilding seminar.
Yeah.
Which is great. So it's like, what she said, you know, when you hear something and it's like,
Clicks.
that's resonating with me so hard.
Like this is perfect.
Like that's the thing.
Yeah. You even told me, and I felt the same way.
Yeah.
Where I'm like hearing it, and then I'm letting it percolate, and as it's percolating, I'm like, oh, that's it. I get it. Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes a sense.
Like I
That
don't
makes sense.
need an external. Plus, like, besides that fact, I love having the control. I find it fun when I'm doing it myself, and I want to stand up there when I win and be like, I did this. Like,
Right.
that's just something that I need.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's been your thing,
you
right?
know? So with this new information that I have, I'll be able to then guide my clients better. Right?
Yeah.
Like I'm a coach. I should be continuously educating myself, not just for myself, for all my clients. So
100%.
So I got some things lined up. I want to talk to you obviously later about more seminars in the latter part of this year.
Yeah.
But I think that realization's like, okay, like that's what it was.
That makes a ton of
So-
sense.
So I
Right?
had to, sometimes you got to unfortunately make small mistakes and
No, that was a good
to figure it
realization,
out,
right?
you know?
Realization that I guess you had from a client tell you.
Yeah.
That makes a ton of sense.
It
So I
was,
didn't even really look
hard
at
for
it
me
like that.
because my partner, you,
Yeah.
were so proud of me for like hiring a coach.
I thought it was the right
No.
choice. Yeah.
And it makes sense because
Yeah.
for you, it was like an amazing decision. So you're like,
Right.
oh, I only want to see my partner feel as good as I feel.
It wasn't even just that though. It was also, I recognized that you potentially needed a missing piece to bring you to the next level.
Yeah.
It was a misdiagnosis of what that piece was.
Yeah.
What the missing piece was what Sarah diagnosed, which was it's information and knowledge and skills. It's not the fundamental habits and accountability and motivation and consistency and discipline. You have those.
Yeah.
Right? It's the layered on information and ascending and acquiring skills, like more of that. Which you get that from a coach to a degree, but you can also, but a big part of a coach is its accountability. It's developing fundamental skills like
and it's also
consistency
like,
and discipline.
it's also like I could have potentially learned a lot.
You
right?
would for sure.
But some coaches don't
Teach.
like explain it. Yeah.
There's
they're
not
just like,
it's not a lot of coaches, they don't see themselves as educators for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah. And that's fine. Right.
Yeah.
So, but one way you can get education is by going to sources that straight up offer that and position themselves as, right. I mean, straight up seminars,
Exactly.
right? Conferences,
Or
workshops.
people eventually
classes.
graduate, like high level coaches.
Mhm.
that have been doing it a long time, they graduate to just educating
Right.
other coaches,
Hmm.
right? So it's like, what's that saying? Those that can't do, teach. And those that can't teach, teach gym.
Something like that. But yeah.
We're just glorified
Gym
gym
teachers?
teachers,
Yeah.
personal trainers.
Maybe,
Can we
yeah.
put CPT behind our names?
What do you mean?
Like that's certified personal trainer, right?
If you're certified, yeah, of course.
Like
Been
you
in my
could be-
email signature for the last
true.
7
I
years.
was like, where have I seen it? I don't know. I'm
It's
just
the only letters I have, but I don't even know if I put it there anymore
yeah.
because I just don't care. It's in my credentials for the website.
Yeah, of
but like
course, yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah. It'd be Sam Slater, BSc, CPT,
Blech.
SMD.
Blech. Yeesh.
Oh man.
Yeah, no, that was
So-
cool though. I think the acquisition of skills is huge.
Yeah.
Recognizing that, and I think you and I we're so busy building our businesses and not just building. Actually, I would say even almost more so actually operating in the business, that what's required to build and continue growing our businesses is
Continuous learning. basically.
spending actually like putting effort and time
Yeah.
into acquisition of skills, acquiring knowledge.
Funny you said that. So the acquisition of skills, right? So what do you think is a skill you already have
Mm-hmm.
that you don't get to use often?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Juggling.
No, you're always a clown.
That
Roast.
was good.
Yeah.
Retired.
Yeah.
I mean, true. Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah, I mean,
Do you
like,
know?
a skill.
I know what you mean. You mean like something that's gone dormant.
Yeah.
But-
For me would be like my memorization.
Yeah, okay.
I'm like, it was like, so pair that with photographic memory
Yeah, okay.
and memorization.
Yeah,
I used that my whole school career.
yeah.
And now what do I have to memorize? So you know what I've been doing? You know how we've been saving money?
Yes.
I'm trying to memorize those numbers each day that we're putting away. It's like to keep the skill, right?
Yeah,
That
right.
way you
I'm
don't
trying to think
use
of
it,
what
you'll
mine would
lose it.
be,
It's
honestly.
a good question, right?
Yeah, I have no idea.
I guess.
I feel like I use a lot of mine, you know?
Yeah, I mean, like you're a good writer, but you do write captions and stuff.
Yeah, so
So-
I express that a little bit, but not to
Little
its full
bit.
potential.
No.
That's why I really want to start writing a blog again and writing articles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So that might be the biggest one.
right? Like it's like, what's a
Longer
skill I
form stuff.
have that I don't get to use often? It's kind of like, it's cool
Yeah.
to think about, like-
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And
it's
then,
good.
okay, on that note, what's like right now, what would be your top priority of a skill to gain? I know my answer 100%.
Let me think.
Do, do, do.
No. Shut up. I want to get like the skill that I want to learn a lot better is marketing.
Okay, that's
Like-
good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Like I really want,
That makes sense.
yeah.
Yeah.
I really want to learn how to market.
Yeah.
I know I have like a few, so I'm like trying to think what number 2 would be, but that would be,
Yeah, just top
that would
just
be a
top
big
one.
Yeah. Or even my skill of writing that I already have. I think I can refine and curate that. Like I think I can make that better. So that would be another one that I just want to like continue to build, I think.
Yeah.
But as far as one that I don't have that I'd love to learn, market. I think learning how to market would be cool and
For
really
me-
valuable.
Organization.
Yeah.
I'm so bad at it.
Yeah. Yeah, you are.
I'm in self-admitting it.
Yeah.
So.
That's okay.
Yeah.
What's number 2?
Oh, geez.
You can get better at all these things.
No, I know.
For sure. Right?
Organization.
Organization, that
Oh,
one like
maybe.
is fulfilling too. When you
I
get
know.
good at
It just
it.
doesn't turn me on.
it's not, like that one for me,
Just
I'm like
doesn't turn me on at
satisfaction
all.
level is like
Like,
top tier.
yeah, like for you, say you would do like, say all the books in that bookshelf that we
Yeah.
have.
Yeah.
Would it like turn you on if they were all alphabetical?
No, I have my
Alphabetically?
way.
Okay,
No,
so
I
what
don't do
what would
alphabetical.
you organize them by?
Size.
Okay, so they're all organized by size.
Yeah.
That turns you on.
Yep.
Like, see, like I couldn't even care less.
Yeah, it would feel good.
So
Feel great.
yeah.
Especially if it all fit perfect. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when I have to start putting books on the bookshelf horizontal on top of books that are vertical, that makes me upset. That bothers me.
So they all have to be same orientation too.
Yeah, I mean that's how a bookshelf is made. It's not made for them to go.
That's the issue is our bookshelf is not big enough.
Correct. So it bothers me. But I can live
maybe
with
a skill maybe it's not a skill, but like you definitely used to read a lot more.
Yeah, but I think I also wasted
really
time doing it. Like, I think it was something where, to be honest, I'm going to read more again, but what I need to do, I need to read more. I think some people might disagree with this. They might be like, reading is important regardless of what you're reading, just the fact that you're reading. And I can understand that. And I could probably even argue that if I wanted to, but like, I'm going to argue that I think it's important to read things that you find valuable in some way.
Yeah.
Right. So if it's recreational and you want to escape, go ahead and read like a fictional novel or something. Or if you want to learn a skill, read about that. But I think I was just reading things to be like, I should work through this, and I would just start reading it. It's like, I want to be more like deliberate, you know?
Yeah.
With the content that I read.
I think like a common theme that you've had lately anyways, or that we've been trying to work on is value in general.
Right.
So like, and we've talked about this, like, our most powerful asset right now is our time.
Right.
You know, people pay for our time and the service we offer within that time.
Mm-hmm.
So to us, like our time is very valuable. So it's like, how can I do something with when I have spare time?
With my current time.
That's of value to me so I can keep
and will pay off with my future time, right?
Yeah.
Like give me more time down the road. It's
exactly. However, you also, when we initially met too, you were very, and this is not a bad thing, you're very work oriented.
Right.
But I've now seen it where you are aware and you are appreciative of the downtime too.
Yeah, I'm better at that now.
You are better
and I probably had to take kind of that journey to figure it out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
But now I am like, I'm good at knowing where that line is, I think. Yep. Or at least better.
Yeah.
And I have ideas of where I want to go with that too.
You know when to shut it down.
I know where the future looks like with that too.
Yeah.
Like the direction I want to head so that I can like my version of balance, what that looks like. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's a question I get asked a lot.
What?
Balance in bodybuilding.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot more balance in powerlifting.
What do you mean?
Because I'm thinking strictly like diet side of things.
Oh, I mean balance in general because they're both extreme sports.
Yeah, it's true. It's
right?
true. No, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
And
it's like because if you have to go and hit like a heavy squat day and your mom's like, it's your Aunt Tina's birthday. And you're like, I can't miss my squat session.
Aunt Tina, you're going to have to wait.
You're going to have to wait, Aunt Tina.
Yeah, I got a single at 9 to hit. I'll call you later.
Single at 11 to hit. PRER.
Yeah, PRER. Hopefully it's me and not you. I don't know how old Aunt Tina's turning.
Oh, man. So I think
that's dumb though, right?
No, people, okay.
Why would you have balance? You're trying to become a pro athlete.
See, but
balance is ridiculous.
But I have balance though.
You have your version of balance, so I guess you do. I know.
do
that's
because
the whole thing. You have to define, I guess, what balance is.
I'm not always weighing my food on the off season. Like,
yeah, you're right.
I don't.
That's the balance.
Maybe textbook. I'm not the perfect bodybuilder because I don't. Everyone's like, oh, bodybuilding. It's a lifestyle. It's eat, sleep year round. You know, you gotta weigh your food year round. You just only one cheat meal a week on the off season. You got it.
Is that a thing?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah. I have cheat meals like.
So you actually are more balanced than a lot.
I don't know if
some bodybuilders party like crazy though.
That's true.
So they go too far.
Everyone has their own thing.
Yeah.
That's true.
You have a pretty good balance. I feel like people look at balance
because they're like,
and they think equal. When balance isn't necessarily equal.
This is the thing. I love the black and white.
Yeah, like you're all in or all out.
I don't want to just be kind of gray area year round.
Yeah. Right.
So it's like when, like there was a comment, this was years ago, and it was like, oh, Sam gets too fat in the off season.
Who said that?
I'm not going to give her any clout.
Oh, Who'd she say it to?
She said it to another friend who told me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She didn't say it to my face.
Yeah. Okay.
She's never beaten me on stage. I always
She competes in your same division?
She got, I don't want to give people clues of who it is, but yeah, same division.
You've competed together.
We have competed together.
Okay.
Yeah. And she, regardless, whatever, I always get shredded. You know, I enjoy whatever on the off season, and then I give my all on prep, and I kind of like that. I think that's like another reason why I still do this.
Right.
Because I can go extreme, and I have the support from the most important people in my life when I am full extreme.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, I'm going to give it. Like, I'm going to go.
Yeah.
Like, full gas,
you
know?
Yeah.
And then after, it's like, all right, we're going to, you know, have, I hate saying like normal life things. It's like, no, it's like, then I'll take my downtime from the sport. Right?
Yeah.
That's what, that's I think what like Sean Roden used to do.
Oh, okay.
He,
all in and all out type of thing?
Yeah, because like people would say he would get too fat in the off season, and then he won a Mr. Olympia.
Right.
He would like not go to the gym for like 5 months.
Jeez.
And then go to the gym and win in Mr. Olympia.
Yeah, that's freaky.
Right? Like, okay, obviously like genetics and stuff too, but maybe we can talk about that on the next episode.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Wrap it.
So where can they find you?
Find me at Tim_MSHC on Instagram, in-person coaching and personal training, modastrength.ca.
And you can find me at SlaysFit and at theslay.team and at slaysfit.com. And don't forget to stay peaked.
Yeah, subscribe. Subscribe to the channel, comment, like, share. Thank you.
Thanks.